Hey kid, I hear it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday!
Dad, for your 75th birthday, Emily and I thought it would be great to compile some of the favorite moments that some of the people throughout your life have shared with you. So I just wanted to take a moment to share a few of mine. And while there isn't any specific moment that is better than another, there are some wonderful memories I have. From jokes at the dinner table that left us belly rolling and laughing, to doing my homework in the kitchen table and trying to figure out how many students were actually left on the bus, each bus. I've had so many amazing moments, and I'm just wanting to take a moment to say how grateful I am for... Are you looking at my hair right now? Because I know you hate my barber, but can you just hear my story? Okay, thanks. So one of my favorite stories is actually from when I was a little kid, and there was a cherry tree outside of my window, and when there would be a thunderstorm, that tree would rub against the window and it was impossible for me to sleep. So one evening when I was inconsolable and Mom wasn't able to get me to bed, she called you into my room to try to speak to me. And I asked you what would happen if the roof on the house blew off. You chuckled and said, well, that's not likely to happen. And I said, but what if it does? And you said, well, son, if it does, then we'll just get another roof. And I said, okay, and what if we can't fix the roof? What if the house gets blown away? And you said, well, again, that's not very likely to happen, but if it does, we'll just find another place to live. And I said, well, what will happen? And you said, well, you don't have to worry, because everything always has a way of working it out. We'll always figure it out together. Now, you probably don't even remember that story, which is probably the truth. But so I just want to say thank you, and I love you, and happy birthday. And
hi, Paul. This is your brother, Alan, wishing you the happiest of birthdays. Wow, 75 years old. You know, there's nothing you do that says 75 as much as the way you play golf. Paul, you play golf like a 75-year-old, and that's being kind. All kidding aside, I love you very much. I wish you a very happy birthday. Em asked me to put in one memory, and although there are many, standing at Rogers Park in the winter while you would take slap shots at me, that was painful. But of course, one of the great fond memories I have is when you and I and some other friends were hanging out in the dugout, the Cubs dugout at Wrigley Field. That is a memory that I'll never forget, and one that I'm happy to share with you.
I was asked to bring up some memorable moments with Paul Marvin Heller. Unfortunately, I'm not sure there were any. No, really, there were many. Starting with playing golf when he could hardly play to where he is today, debating bylaws and rules and petitions, and just generally having good bantering conversations. Paul, happy birthday.
The most memorable moment I have initially was our first lunch at the Standard Club. You know, me being a big movie enthusiast, the first thing that crossed my mind was that I was Eddie Murphy in Trading Places. I don't know if you remember that movie or not.
We are commodities brokers, William. Commodities are agricultural products like wheat, which is used to make bread, pork bellies, which is used to make bacon, which you might find in a bacon and lettuce and tomato sandwich.
That's what I was thinking about the entire time while I was having lunch with you. And then another thing that I'd like to add is that a memorable quote that really rings true and stuck with me throughout my professional career was to carry a big stick, and seldom use it, or something along those lines. And I didn't really understand it at that point in my career, but more so now than ever, I totally get it, and I apply it, on an ongoing basis. So I thank you for that. And happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Uncle Paul.
Alright. In 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday, Uncle Paul.
This is Downtown Roy Brown wishing a happy 75th birthday to my good friend, Paul Heller. I also want to thank you for being the elite player in taking our scholarship foundation to the next level. I won't talk about the food because everybody else talks about it, especially you. Last thing, no premature whining on the golf course. Happy birthday.
Hey, it's dim here. Or wait, is it knit? No, or it's half. Is it half? No, I think it's more dim. I feel like I'm more of a dim. Yeah, let's go with dim. So it's the Witt brothers coming to you live, wishing you a very happy 75th birthday, Pops. So awesome that you've come this far, and it's just going to be amazing to celebrate it with you this entire week. So with that said, I want to bring up my favorite memory of mine, or at least one of the greatest memories that we've had together, which was our trip to the Netherlands. Now, this trip started off with a bang, and it ended with a bang. But to remember the fact that you missed the DC flight. Remember, you were calling, and I was trying to hold the plane, and the pilot was gonna take off, and they eventually left. They left us, and you got on the horn with your status, and you called American, I believe, and we went all the way to London instead of the Netherlands. And I remember landing in London, and we were running like our life depended on it. Through the Heathrow airport, going through, trying to get onto this plane. We were the last people to get on that. What was it, like a BWI flight? And we ended up sitting in this section with all those bachelors. It was like a bachelor party. So then when we got to the Netherlands, we found out that your luggage was missing. So we had to go on a shopping spree and buy you clothes, basically. So from that point on this backroads trip that we were going to, what a hilarious beginning to it. And then remember, we rented scooters. We were breaking every kind of traffic law you could possibly think of. And then on the trip, it was amazing because Mom had bought you all of these like Lance Armstrong outfits. So you were totally decked out from head to toe. And it was like, bling, bling, the mail must get through. That was so funny. And here you are wearing a U.S. mail outfit for your bike. That was just so cool. And all those wonderful conversations that we had, trying to fix the world problems, talking about social issues. Everything on that trip was amazing. And then my favorite, of course, was at the end. We had met these wonderful people, and we were walking in. I don't know if you recall this. We were walking into the Pulitzer Hotel, and this couple had said that they had just spent their Friday night at the temple. Oh, how lovely, you and I were thinking. And then she asked me, so what did you guys do tonight? And I ended up telling her that I took you to the red light district because I wanted to learn a little bit more about that. So not only that, I remember you actually had a little moment when I said to you, I think I'm going to take a photograph, and you flipped. That was a little too much for you. You couldn't do it. But that was so much fun. It was such a great trip. And with that said, Dad, I hope you have an amazing 75th birthday and many more to come. We love you dearly.
Hi, Pops. Happy birthday. Can't wait to play golf with you.
Hi, Pops. Happy 75th birthday. Can't wait to see you golf again, going to the pool, and all kinds of stuff.
Happy birthday, Paul. Wishing you the best today on your birthday.
Guess where we're at?
We're at Wilmot having a little Irish coffee. Cheers to you. Good health, many years to come.
Okay, Uncle Paul, it's your 75th birthday.
We're wishing you a really happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Molly, you don't know Molly, but Molly says happy birthday. Molly, oh, she's not, her English isn't very good, but we love you. We hope you have a really good day.
Dear Paul, I wanted to wish you a very, very happy birthday and many, many more to come. I mean, 75 is just the very beginning. I also wanted to thank you so much for welcoming me into the family so sweetly and gently all these years ago. And also, my biggest gift that you've ever given me, though, is not killing your brother when you said you would all those many years ago. Have a happy birthday and enjoy.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Uncle Paul. We hope you have a great birthday and many, many more. Happy 75th.
There we go. Well, this is all about Paul, my dear brother, my beloved brother who's turning 75 years old. And I am thrilled for him, just thrilled. Couldn't be a nicer occasion to celebrate. Growing up was very much fun with Paul. We always had good times, but we also had times where I got beaten up even by my younger brother for saying something that he didn't like or aggravating him, which I'm sure I was guilty of each and every time. But one in particular, I remember being in charge and babysitting for Paulie, and maybe he was 10 or 11, and the 3 years difference, I was in charge, but that didn't have any effect on what we did for the evening. He controlled that. The TV was in my mom and dad's room, our mom and dad's room, and in their bedroom, and he said, we're watching Westerns, and that's it. There's no discussion.
The Lone Ranger.
So we watched Westerns all evening, checking out the window to make sure Mom and Dad hadn't appeared, because we had, of course, overstayed our bedtime, and we were way past our bedtime. So we saw them pull up at one point and quick turned off the TV, pushed the button, turned it off, and ran in our rooms and shut the door and went to bed. And nobody checked on us. It was quiet. They came upstairs, and we were sure we had gotten away with murder. Well, it turns out my dad was a lot smarter, my mom too, than we were, of course. We didn't know that as kids. But there was, of course, in those days, the television was had tubes, and so my dad just put his hand on top of the television and could feel the heat of it and knew that we had just turned it off moments before, so we got caught. Anyway, no punishment was put forth, but we had a laugh over that. Anyway, I do remember another cute incident over and over when I had a date come to call. Paulie would come up the stairs and give me the thumbs up or the thumbs down on that boy, and most of them he gave the thumbs down, and he was pretty accurate most of the time, so that was great. But I think with Lewis he kind of liked him. I think he passed muster, so that's good. Anyway, Paulie, I wish you the best birthday ever, and just lots of good health and a long, long life ahead. Many more celebrations to come, I hope. I love you dearly. Have a great day. Bye.
Hi, Paul. I've got some bad news for you. You're 75 years old. But there is some good news. I'm not. For those who are watching, I asked Paul just the other day if he preferred boxers or briefs, and he said, depends. So I know that you're spending the day with your family, and it's a special day, and I hope all your wishes come true, and I hope that Nancy never finds out. Seriously though, I miss having our morning coffees together where we solved all the problems of the world. It was special to me, and I'm going to try to get back in the habit of showing up in the morning. I'm wearing this Troon Scholarship Foundation hat to honor you for your leadership in changing the way we think about raising funds for this organization. Your enthusiasm is pervasive, and you're a great addition to this committee. And remember, birthdays are good for you. Studies show that people who have more birthdays live longer. And blowing out 75 candles is great exercise. Happy birthday from Susie and me.
Oh! Hey guys, hey Uncle Paul, how you doing? Happy birthday, big guy. I hear it's your 75th. Don't mind me, company's just about ready to leave after a nice party that we had, so I just wanted to bust out the vacuum cleaner just to make sure everything was A-okay and clean. on behalf of the Haas family, we want to wish you a very happy birthday. Love, Miss Mila. Can you say happy birthday? Can you wave? Can you blow a kiss? Oh, that's so nice. Did you blow a kiss to Uncle Paul? Yeah, good job. My beautiful wife, Lindsay.
Happy birthday!
And myself.
Hey, Paul. What a day, yeah? It's your special day. And I want to wish you a wonderful 75th birthday. You were born in 1943. That year, the world population was 2.4 billion people. The pound of provolone cheese was like 50 cents. The Chicago Bears won the NFL championship and the Yankees won the World Series. I have to say a memory. I haven't been in the family for a long time, but I have few memories. And I remember the first time we met. You were wearing a huge afro wig with a very cool shirt from the 70s. The neck was full of peace necklaces, and I was like, wow, seriously? Is that going to be my father-in-law? Well, that was just the beginning, as it has been not only fun but lovely to be part of the family and have you like as a father-in-law. So again, happy birthday, Paul.
I have a really wonderful memory of Papa, and we were on the island of St. Martin, and as usual, he was watching my back, and we were going out. I guess it's called snorkeling, when you have that silly little thing stuck up in the air and you're looking at all the fishies and you're thinking, oh, they're so beautiful. Which one's going to eat my fingers? Which one's going to eat my toes? You know, and Daddy says, come on, let's do it. Let's get going. And so I'm following like a little good girl and and anyhow, so I'm in the water and all of a sudden I don't have his hand. I don't know what happened to his hand. And I'm going to die, of course, without his hand because he's the rescuer, the savior, the everything. And I'm looking around for his hand. I finally find it, and it was like a bloody miracle. It was like, whew, thank God I found his hand. And then we got closer to where I could stand up, and I thought, oh my God, this is amazing. Without him, I can't do anything. But just a little aside to tell you that I am so I could slug myself for not being with you, but on a happy note, you're with your children. Your best creations are your two children, and with that, I want to wish you the most happiest of birthdays, and I want to love you for the rest of your life. Okay?
Happy birthday, Uncle Paul. Wish that we could be there to celebrate with you on your special day. My favorite memory is when we were little, sitting around the Passover table and you were singing Hot God Yeah with all of us at the top of your lungs. I'll never ever forget that. Have a great birthday, and we love you so much.
Happy 75th birthday, Uncle Paul.
Happy birthday.
We love you. Here are some cute little girls getting ready to sing you a happy birthday song.
Happy birthday to Uncle Paul. Happy birthday to you.
Say we love you. Happy 75th birthday.
Yay!
Yay!
Hi, Paul and Nancy and everyone. Hope you're all having a great time. Paul, when I think of when we met in the early 2000s, you were still commuting from Chicago, and you'd be in on a weekend. We'd all be in there early in the club working out, and KJ would say to us, you know, why don't you guys talk to him? And I'd say, we don't want to talk to him. He said, and KJ'd say, that's not true. And he'd go to you and he'd say, Paul, why don't you talk to those guys? And you'd say, I don't want to talk to them. They're all hoes. So finally we got together, had coffee, and thanks to KJ, for the next 10 or 12 years that we were there, I mean, it was really great being with you and Nancy. It enriched all of our lives, and we think back of it often. Wish you many happy returns. Happy birthday.
Okay, let's start it again.
No, that's enough. That's it. Over. OV.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.